What's up, everybody, and welcome to my. Well, this is going to be a new one. This is part one today, and I've been meaning to do this today, but I had to get a lot of things set up before I get this on this review for part one today of the WWE UK tournament, which was in Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there are time zones between the UK and America, and around here in America, the show started about 2 o'clock today when I saw it. It was a 2 hour show, and we kicked off the show with Triple H talking to everybody. Says, "Are you ready?" And this is talking about every empire has a beginning, and the UK fans have built their own. As they had Michael Cole and Nigel McGuinness on commentary, which is kind of crazy. If you ask me, McGuinness, I don't know how they got that guy from Ring of Honor. And I kind of spoke a little bit of my thoughts on the UK tournament and how this will go, and even why they even went to the UK, because I've kind of given my thoughts on it. But I don't know all these guys. I know some are from the ICW, from WCPW, TNA, and Progress Pro Wrestling. I know that. And to what I saw today, we kicked off the first tournament match for the first round with Trent Seven versus HC Dyer, which was a pretty good match. Let me say this real quick before I start a lot of this crowd tonight was chanting so much stuff you would not believe what you heard. I've heard song stuff where they even did the Bailey song. Hey, well, not Bailey, but they used somebody else, and like the UK was chanting almost every minute or two that I couldn't tell all of them. The funniest was to me, and I just want to get the chants out of the way, was the "Let's go Jesus, Jesus sucks. Let's go Jesus." What the fuck are they talking about Jesus for? What? Like, I was just laughing. I don't know if the crowd was amusing themselves at some point, but yeah, there were holy shit chants and bullshit chants. So I'll get to that in a second. But we kicked off the show with Trent Seven versus HC Dryer. Um, it's a good match. Kick off the show to open it up. Pretty much told who these guys were and where they're from. Some from Progress Wrestling, which people started chanting, and Seven was able to pick up the win. I think it's some clothesline. It was like a clothesline or something, and won after he did a top rope. Pretty much a splash on him. So he went to the first round. Next was Danny Burch, who was in NXT. They said for over about 2 years. I don't remember Danny Burch that well. They showed footage of a match with Tommaso Ciampa from NXT, and he was going to go one on one with Jordan Devlin, which I did like this match, but there was a very botched ending. I will say that it was a really botched ending. Uh, Devlin pretty much did a roundhouse spinning kick on it was a roundhouse on Birch, that he started to get a giant gash in the back of his head when he fell down and just bleeding all over the place. And which I liked Birch. He's really great technical. I liked how he kind of went from a headbutt and a knee into a crossface. But when he pretty much got the blood on him and everything, it was it just kind of fell off his head, a gash. And when the ref went for the count, it looked like he got his arm up after two, but it looked like he hit three. So it was a very botched finish, and the crowd started to pretty much chant bullshit after that. But they pretty much put Devlin as the winner, and then after Birchie was bleeding like a fucking stuffed pig out there. Pretty much got super kicked in. Not super kick. Yeah, he got super kicked in the face. Then after he was gonna do for the handshake. So Devlin make sure he was really established as a heel. So at least that somewhat worked out well for him. Saxon Huxley went against Sam Gardwell. Gardwell in the first round match, which I don't know. I think people kind of started to amuse themselves. That's why I thought about the Bailey part where they were singing. So everybody just started. It was just so many songs I didn't know what was going. Like, it was just kind of like it was a good match, but it was I'll say that. But at least we knew more about these guys. I know a lot of people also on commentary today praised Michael Cole, and Michael Cole was really good on commentary where you don't have Vince McMahon in his ear telling him to talk about Roman Reigns every 5 minutes and stuff. It was really good in Beast in the East. It reminds me of Cole back then on the Ruthless Aggression era and SmackDown when he was commentating with Taz. That was a really good team. I did like Cole at the time there. And they showed crowd shots and people sitting in the crowd from Finn Balor to Dave Taylor. As we get ready for the next match, Pete Dunne versus Roy Johnson. Pete Dunne really big on, especially I seen on WCPW and ICW, which some I think people knew he was gonna win really, but one move I did like out of this was when he did the pump handle flatliner. Sure, I didn't think it looked sloppy, but I did like that move. I like when he had the Bruiserweight City he had on something, and people started to chant Bruiserweight. Dunn pretty much got the win, which was a really good match. I did enjoy this. Next was Wolfgang versus Tyson T-Bone. Yeah, I don't know a lot from them really, from Wolfgang and Tyson, but they really did good out there. Wolfgang got the pin after he did a fucking swanton. I was actually surprised he did that. I was surprised Cole actually mentioned Hulk Hogan throughout this thing, but Cole was calling moves which I didn't even expect. A variation of a Blue Thunder Bomb, the superplex, but like I said, he got the swanton bomb, Wolfgang, and was going to be going on to the next round. I believe he's from Scotland, by the way. They say he's the oldest one in this tournament. No, T-Bone was. I think he was 29 years old. So it was a pretty good match. I'll give it that. Next was James Drake versus Joseph Connors, and I know who Joseph Connors is. I've seen that guy go against one-on-one with Drew Galloway in ICW. As I saw fans start to chant, I think they started to chant ICW at one point. Was it the best match? No, but I did like Joseph Connors to go against James Drake. Connors did that. Pretty much knocked down with an elbow into a backbreaker and gave him the DLT, the Don't Look Down finish, pretty much to win the match. So it's almost like another flatliner in a way. So it was a good move. Pretty much picked him up and gave him like a flatliner. Dan Maloney showed his video package talking about, he doesn't come from a good place. He's done, he shouldn't say and everything. I've done things I shouldn't have done, but he's done it. He went one-on-one with Mark Andrews, and if you're not familiar with Mark Andrews, I've seen this guy released for the past 2, maybe 3 years now on TNA in the X Division, which he was really, really good. I don't even know if he's still under contract with them or whatever. He never said when he was released or not. They just say he was in the tournament and never say he left TNA or not. Like, I liked him down there, really, in the X Division. I was a fan of his. I don't know why they didn't put the belt on him. And then they were about to put him heel on there against DJZ, but it looks like that idea may have been dropped now. But I like Mark Andrews. A lot of his moves pretty much high spots. It's nothing I've seen before, and the crowd was impressed by it. I like when he tried to do a 619 somehow, and he did. But he won with was it a 450 splash? No, it was a shooting star press to win the match. So I like I said, I know Mark Andrews is Mandrews, whatever you want to call him, really great. He's the only Welsh person in this tournament, so really big fan of him. And the last match of the night was Tucker Knight versus Tyler Bate, which this was the best match out of the show. Tyler Bate, the holy crap stuff I didn't just expect. This guy did a running kick on him, a running roll kick, and he won with the what's called the Tiger Diver for the win. Pretty much almost to like into a power bomb. Even I like the super duper kick that Tucker did on Tyler Bate right there, until he rolled out of there, and the fans are very much into this, which was very much one of the best matches of the night. And then they ended off with a ceremony, I guess, with William Regal and Nigel McGuinness. They were at the podium with the UK title belt, and they told who was going to be going against each other in the second round, the quarterfinals, semifinal, and final, since there'll probably be another 2 hours of the show tomorrow, and who will become the first United Kingdom champion. And so they pretty much say who was going to face who, and everything. Next thing you know, pretty much Pete Dunne right there. Yeah, did I say his name right? I don't know why I'm forgetting names right here, but Pete Dunne pretty much elbowed who's his opponent tomorrow? I think Godwell or something, and he pretty much knocked him down. And with a forearm. Next thing you know, William Regal had to put him back, which pretty much looked at him and says, "Don't you dare mess this up." So at least they put Pete Dunne overall as a heel. I'll give it that. But like I said, it was a good show. It wasn't going out well at first, but it was good to introduce everybody for the show of who is who. So a lot of these guys people know in the UK, and I don't know what's gonna go with this tournament. And like I said before in the past, this is almost like the Cruiserweight Classic, except we're only doing this in 2 days and it's live, really, and we'll have a UK champion. Now I don't know what they're gonna do with these weekly shows. I've expressed my opinion this before, which I felt like they were just kind of rating everybody on the indies right now, if you ask me, because why would they have a UK tournament? First is the cruiserweights. What's next? China title, Mexico title. I don't know. It could be other countries that could be another title. Because the UK, and I'm not familiar really big on the UK, but I know that they're really hot over there right now with a lot of talent. ICW, uh, like I said, Progress Pro Wrestling, WCPW, What Culture. They have a lot of big drawings over there and stuff. So some feel like WWE is just trying to move on. The tournament's gonna hurt the business over there. Maybe could really. I'm not sure since they moved on. Even TNA does a lot of great stuff over there in the UK, including Ring of Honor. They use it. They draw a lot of big houses. Now I don't know how this weekly show will go because number one, we've seen what happened with the cruiserweights right now. The cruiserweights were great in the classic. Next thing you know, they put them on Raw and get their own show. Shit hits the fan, and no one looks like they give a fuck with these 4 to 3 minute matches on Raw and 205 Live with only half a crowd there since they all walked out after SmackDown. And holy shit, it looked embarrassing out there on Tuesday. I just stopped watching the show because it just kind of got bad. I went back to look. When Rich Swann came out, half the crowd was gone, or they were just sitting on their hands throughout the match with no reaction. And I like guys like Gallagher on there and everything and stuff, but no one looks like they give a fuck about the cruiserweights, especially on Raw when we get these 2 to 3 minute matches. But like I said, this is about the UK tournament. It was a great first day. I'm sure second they're gonna tear the house down tomorrow, try with some crazy, insane matches for the next 2 hours, and they will have the whatever first ever United Kingdom Championship. Personally, in my opinion, I don't understand it's too many titles, but they are getting a lot of belts lately to what they're putting up. But we will see what happens tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night, but pretty much tomorrow afternoon when the show happens. So I will be checking out. I could have done live reactions if I wanted to, but I wasn't gonna go with it. And we'll see how this turns out. Do I see a lot of these guys getting signed after this tournament? 9 times out of 10, yes. If there's rumors of a weekly show happening in the UK, I don't know. I don't know if I'll catch up at every week because I've already given, like I said, I've given up pretty much now on 205 Live at this point because they fucking ruined those cruiserweights over there. But I will check out tomorrow and we will see what happens for the UK tournament. But it was a great first day of some really good matches. It wasn't good. Like I felt like it was good at first and started losing a little bit of steam, but they went on a high note at the end and it got better throughout the day. And I gotta give it to the crowd out there. They were just enthusiastic the whole night over there, really, in that neck of the woods, because it was like chant after chant after chant after chant after chant after chant. It was so many chants I couldn't even name them all. But the Jesus, let's go Jesus, Jesus sucks was kind of funny to listen to. I did kind of laugh at that. But like I said, good show. I enjoyed it, and I'll make sure I'll have a review tomorrow for the second part of the UK tournament. So I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.